All right, welcome. First ever YouTube video. If you don't know me, my name is Billy Moat. My name is Finding Belief on social media. Played college baseball for 5 years. Played Division I baseball at a high level for 2 years. Bounced with JUCO, and then finished up with the #1 NAIA baseball program in the country. Since then, finished up in 2022. I have helped thousands of athletes with the mental side of the game. That's what I've dedicated my life to. That's what I will do for the rest of my life. I own a business called the Focus Forge, which is a mindset training platform, an interactive platform. And since we went live with that about a year ago, we've helped hundreds of athletes in there, baseball players in particular, high school guys, college guys mainly, and then 5 or 6 professional baseball players. It's been great. But with all that being said, if you want access to that, check the description and hit that subscribe button, man. That would be incredible. But in the meantime, this is where I'm going to be directing a lot of my focus is on free content because we want to help as many guys as we can. So I'll be posting a video on YouTube every single week. So let's dive right into it. First of all, this first video will be on habits. Habits will make or break your playing career. That's the bottom line. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The habits you develop are going to change your career for the good or for the bad. Okay, so there will be 5 habits on this video. So let's dive right in. First one, journaling. The #1 habit that I think all players should have for their playing career is writing in a journal in the morning and at night. And here's why. Journaling helps you decipher the noise that is going on in your head. So many of us are worried about what our coaches think, what's happening, where we're at in the lineup, all that fun stuff. But a lot of the times when we don't write out our thoughts, when we don't write out what we're struggling with, we don't know if those worries are based in reality or if they're a twisted concoction our brains have made up in our heads to keep us safe, right? So when you write them down, it'll help you differentiate between what is real, what is a real problem, and what's not. And it's going to help you realize whether or not are these thoughts that I'm having, are these things that I'm dealing with helping me or hurting me. When you write them out, you're able to take yourself out of the situation, detach emotion from it, look at it from a different point of view, and figure it out, okay? Not only that, but habits help you set up a clear path for your life. What are your goals? And if you want a video on goals, I have a whole goal setting document workshop that I've created. It's free. I'll attach that down below. But also, when you write out your goals and you look at them every single day, you then realize and you need to figure out what do you need to do today to get closer to your desired outcome. Is that making your high school team, making a travel team, getting picked up by a 4-year school, getting signed to pro ball? You have to figure out what your end goals are, and then you can write down every single day what you need to do that day to get closer to that outcome. And lastly, writing just helps you clear out all the BS in your head. There are so many of us that internalize as men, as players, we internalize a lot of the things that we're struggling with because we don't want to appear weak. That's the bottom line. But no one's going to read your journal. It's just you talking to you, you're talking to yourself and you're talking to God, if you believe in that, which I do. Writing out in a journal helps you empty out the garbage in your head. So that's habit #1. Habit #2 that I think all baseball players should have in their lives. It's cold exposure, whether that's turning your shower to cold or taking an ice bath. Why put yourself through that? Why put yourself through a freaking ice bath where it's miserable, it's cold, it's not fun? Well, first of all, if you're going to do it, make sure you're in a very safe environment. If you're hopping in a cold plunge, make sure it's not too cold. Make sure you have somebody with you to make sure that you're safe. Okay, that's priority #1. I don't want you guys to freaking have a heart attack and whatever, get hurt. But here's why I think you should put yourself through an ice bath. First of all, there are a lot of different health benefits, right? Increased mental clarity and energy. That's #1. I take ice baths, and I did an entire year without taking a hot shower. I was able to handle stress better, for one, but I had long-lasting energy, and my mental clarity was insane. I just was calm. I was ready to attack the day, ready for a workout, ready for practice. Didn't matter what it was. And like I said, your ability to handle stress will be light years better than before because you're putting your body in the most stressful situation ever. You're freezing yourself, and you have no other choice but then to control your breath, control your heart rate, slow yourself down. And it also leads to a decrease in lactic acid in your muscles, aka you recover a lot better and you recover quicker. the grind of morning weights, long practices, we're on metal cleats. We get sore. That's the bottom line. Your arm gets sore, your shoulder, your back, your legs, your feet, all of it gets sore. Hop in an ice bath, you'll feel a lot better. And obviously a reduced risk of injury. That goes without saying. Put yourself in an ice bath. And most importantly, because of this, it sucks. An ice bath sucks. That is the bottom line. It is not fun. It's uncomfortable. Everybody wants to get up in the morning and get in a hot shower, sit there, get all warm and cozy. I do it too. I don't blame you. But when you force yourself to if you're in the shower, turn that shower to cold for the last 45 seconds to a minute. Make yourself real uncomfortable. Force yourself to focus on your breath. Control your breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. You're doing something that you don't want to do. And that's priority number one. We've all become a victim to our minds. We're like a prisoner in our own heads. When we get up in the morning and that alarm goes off, our brain says, oh yeah, no, I'm tired. I think I can sleep a little bit more. Immediately, subconsciously, snooze button. Then it's an hour later and you feel bad about yourself, right? This is a huge step in taking back control of your mind, not the other way around. You are in control. When there is no ifs, ands, or buts, there's no compromise with yourself. When you want to make a decision, you do it right now and you have no other option. It's amazing what that'll do for you in your career. Okay? So that is habit number 2. Habit number 3 that I think all baseball players should use on a daily basis, box breathing. Okay, so there is a process to box breathing. It's 4-second intervals. So it's an inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 4 seconds. Exhale out your mouth for 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds. Do 6 cycles of this. Do this in pregame, before you go to a showcase, before you go to tryouts, practice, games. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is that makes you nervous, makes you anxious, do box breathing. Why? Well, first of all, it's the reduced use of your sympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system is our fight or flight response. When you're in the box, you're panicking. You make an error in the infield. You start losing control of your breath. You lose control of your heart rate. Your mind's racing a million miles an hour, and then it snowballs, right? That's your fight or flight response, your sympathetic nervous system in overdrive. What we want to do is we want to stop that from ever being a thing. We want to stop our sympathetic nervous system from being triggered. It also reduces stress and anxiety, and that's incredibly important. We all get stressed, we all get anxious, especially when we've built up this idea in our heads that we have to perform really well. Box breathing will help us calm down and take back control of our breath and just reset our brains. Increased focus, that goes without saying. You calm yourself down. When you're calm, you've got clarity. And the number one thing we need in baseball is clarity. We need to know who we are, know what our end goal is, know what we're doing right now, and direct all of our focus to it. And lastly, it helps our ability to handle pressure. Think about it. When you're going up into the box, bottom of the 9th inning, down a run, bases loaded, 2 outs, you got to be able to calm yourself down and be bold and be yourself in that situation. So when you do box breathing routinely, it becomes a habit. Then you've built up this ability in your head and in your body to control yourself. That's what we all need, okay? And better sleep. You'll sleep a lot better if you do it before bed. Increase in serotonin, you feel relaxed, you feel good, and you can go right to sleep. Trust me, I do it every single night. Better control of your breath equals better control of your heart rate, which means you can control your state. Your state is the condition of your mind and your body. If you want to learn more about that or you want a video on what state is, let me know. I can make it. All right. Habit number 4 that I think all players should have is a hitter's journal. Okay. Here's why. You need to write out your feels in the cage that work for you. Okay. There are certain cues, certain feels, certain drills that we need to use as hitters to get ourselves back right, to get ourselves moving the way we know we should move. Okay. And a lot of the times we get into a habit, we go to team practice, we're facing high velo off the machine, 2 machines, we're getting carved up. And if we don't have it written down, if we don't have our feels written out that help us get back to being ourselves, we find ourselves in no man's land. So write out the feels and the cues that work for you, that gets your move back right. Team organized hitting work might not be what gets you right, and that's fine. You can't control what you do as a team, but you can control what you write down. And then in your work afterwards or before, you know what you got to do to get yourself moving directionally better, cleaner, and you can go out there and be yourself. Writing out your cues and feels means you're owning your move, because that's what we have to do as hitters. We have to own. Hitting's hard. You have to be able to own your move, own who you are, move directionally with intent, with focus, use the ground. So you write out exactly what cues and feels that work for you, and then you can move yourself back to that place by doing those drills and feels later. Okay. All right. So that's all of it. It's kind of a quick video. If you want more in-depth training with me, check the description for deep mindset training. It's thefocusforge.org. I'll put a promo code or a discount in there if you're watching, and please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to help as many guys as we can. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. That's the bottom line. It's what fulfills me. It's what I feel like God has placed on my heart to do. So I'm going to continue to do so. Check the description. I hope you liked the video. If you want videos on certain things, comment down below or send me a message on Instagram. I'm in there every day. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it.